What's going on, swim fans? We're here at the pool and we are working on how to do the perfect backstroke start. In this video, we're gonna do a full progression and we're gonna show you all the tips and tricks that you need to master the backstroke start. We've seen some swimmers do incredible things, leveraging their momentum off the wall and off the start, working their underwater dolphin kicks and carrying their speed all the way to 15 meters underneath the water. The best swimmers in the world do it. Doesn't mean you can't do it as well. So we have Ayman here, he's an Olympic swimmer, and he's gonna show us some of these drill progressions and also share some pro tips so that you can swim faster and smarter than ever before. Are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Let's go! All right, so we have Ayman in the water, and what we're gonna do, the first step of this progression, he's actually gonna focus on Streamline. That's the fundamental body position in swimming. It's the most important thing. So what he's gonna actually do is just sink down and push off on his back in Streamline just to get his body comfortable. And what he's gonna try and do is actually look at the sky through the surface of the water. So he's gonna do a sink down and push on his back in Streamline just to get his body used to what that feels like, where he's completely in line, he's parallel to the surface of the water. And so when we transfer this skill into the start, where we go over the water on the start, eventually you're gonna get into the Streamline position, but you can't skip to that. So first, we're gonna do a drill where you just push off in Streamline, he's gonna sink down, touch the Streamline, and he's just gonna float out and see how far he goes. No dolphin kick needed yet. We're gonna add that in step number 2. So Ayman, you ready?
Yep.
All right, so he's gonna sink down, and then he's gonna hit the Streamline, and then he's gonna push off the wall, and then off he goes. Beautiful. And then he's just gonna float out and see how far he can go. Excellent. Okay, that was excellent. So now the second step of the progression, we're gonna start to add in the dolphin kicks. So you're gonna sink down, hit the Streamline position, and then after you push off the wall, we're gonna start the dolphin kicks, but the focus is really maintaining that Streamline position and then looking at the sky or the ceiling if you're in an indoor pool underneath the water. So that way your body is parallel to the surface of the water. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go 5 dolphin kicks on this one. Sink down, Streamline, 5 dolphin kicks. Ready, go. Beautiful, perfect. Work the undulations and his body is parallel to the surface of the water. And that's what we're gonna transfer into the full backstroke start. So once you're comfortable on your back under the water, now we're ready to add a little bit of amplitude. So we're actually gonna try and go over the water, but we're not gonna go to the diving block just yet. We're gonna save that for the next part of the progression. We're actually gonna use the side of the pool. Now some pools, the water overflows the gutter. Some, the gutter is actually a little bit higher. But either way, we're gonna focus on jumping over the water. We're not gonna get quite as high as we can with the diving block. Instead, we're just gonna focus on having a small arch, but we're gonna get into Streamline. So let's go ahead and show what the hand and foot position is gonna be like. You wanna have your feet about 1/2 meter underneath the surface of the water. And most important, you wanna make sure your toes are pointing up to the ceiling. It's as if you're gonna jump off with both your feet together. You can have both your feet together or a staggered start, up to you based on comfort for this when you're doing it in the water. And then you wanna make sure that your hands have a good grip on the gutter, on the side of the pool, because that's what's gonna give you the leverage to pull yourself up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start Ayman. I'm gonna say, place your hands and feet, then I'm gonna say, take your mark, and then I'm gonna give him a start. So on the place your hands and feet, he's ready to go. He's got his feet in position, his hands in position. On the take your mark, he's gonna lift his body up a little bit out of the water, and then on the hup, he's gonna go. So here we go, place your hands and feet, take your mark, hup. And he's over and does 5 dolphin kicks. A little deep on that one, but we'll make it work. So we're actually gonna try this again, and if you're a more advanced swimmer, you're actually gonna be able to pull yourself out of the water a little bit more. What you're doing is you're creating potential energy. So if you could theoretically get yourself higher out of the water, you're gonna have more potential energy to use gravity, because gravity is gonna pull you down, you're gonna carry more speed into the water. And that's why when you go to the diving block and you see some swimmers, their entire body comes out of the water. That's what Ayman's gonna show you. But until you get there, it's a good way to practice on the side of the pool. So try and lift yourself a little bit higher out of the water to increase the amount of potential energy that you have. So let's give it a try. Swimmers, place your hands and feet, take your mark, hop. A little bit more potential energy, get more speed, more distance off the wall. Very good, very good. Now we're ready to take that concept of potential energy from the side of the pool to the diving block. Now, a lot of diving blocks actually have different shapes and sizes. Some diving blocks are gonna have a position to grab right in front, so your hands are in this neutral position. It might be 90 degrees, you might be able to grab the side. There's a lot of different ways that you could do it. You wanna find what's most comfortable for you. Also, some pools are going to have a wedge, or there's gonna be a wedge that actually hangs off of the diving block that allows both of your feet to be positioned, and it gives you even more height and amplitude so you can increase your potential energy. But even if you don't have a wedge or a certain kind of block, it doesn't really matter, because what you're trying to focus on is lifting your body out of the water and then entering the water in Streamline. That's the most important part, because if you come really high out of the water but you don't enter in Streamline, it's not going to be an effective start. So right now we have Ayman positioned in the water. His feet are just under the surface of the water. If you have your whole foot out of the water, that's an illegal backstroke start. So you have to have some part of your foot. Again, if you have the wedge, your foot's gonna be there anyway. So he's in the ready position right now. His feet are pointing directly up. And on the take your mark, he's gonna lift his body out of the water as high as he can without slipping or without losing his balance in the side of the pool. And then on the hup, he's gonna take off, he's gonna create an arch, he's gonna increase his potential energy so he can transfer as much speed as possible into the backstroke start itself and into the Streamline, and he's gonna go some Dolphin Kicks. So for this one, we're really just focusing on maximizing potential energy. He's gonna go maybe 5 Dolphin Kicks, and that's all we need. So swimmers, place your feet, take your mark, hup. Beautiful, beautiful arc. So we're gonna do a drill now that really focuses on how you come off of the wall, because it's not about going up, it's about going out. We wanna go up just to increase potential energy, but at the end of the day, we're trying to get to the other end of the pool and try and get there as fast as possible. So this drill is you're gonna put yourself in the backstroke start position, and instead of reaching back into Streamline, we want our butt to go as far as possible. So you're gonna be in like a cup seated position. It's like you're sitting in the car, and that's how you're actually gonna enter the water. It's a lot easier to see it, and we'll go ahead and demonstrate that. So here we go, place your feet, take your mark, hup. So as you can see, he's trying to get his butt back as far as possible, and that's really leveraging your explosive energy off of the start, and that's really all your legs. We're gonna add in the arms and the arch on the next phase. All right, this next drill is gonna be really fun. It's a little bit more challenging. We're gonna have a backstroke start, and I'm actually gonna hold the ball right over Ayman's feet, and on the start, I'm actually gonna let go of the ball, and what this drill focuses on, he actually has to kick the ball as his feet are leaving the wall. This works on reaction time. He's gotta be fast, otherwise he's not gonna hit the ball. He also has to get his feet to kick up, so that way his legs don't drag through the water. Because even if you have a great start, if your legs drag, you're not getting the full potential energy. So you want your entire body basically to come out of the water. And again, this is a more advanced skill. So once you practice it a few times, or a few hundred times, you'll be able to get your feet so high and so much power that you're gonna kick the ball up and it's gonna go out of the frame. Are you ready? All right, let's give it a try. Take your mark, hop. Take your mark, hop. That could have been really bad. That could have been really bad. Okay, this next drill is really gonna work on the arch that your body makes. So we're actually gonna put the ball in the pool. I'm actually gonna get in the water and hold it. Ayman's gonna dive over, and he's gonna really work on arching his back. Now remember, you wanna work on this in a deep pool, because if you don't have a deep pool, you might hit the bottom. This is a pool, it's about 3 meters deep. We're pretty good. We're working with a coach in a controlled environment, so it's a safety check first. So I'm gonna get in, and we're gonna see how he manages the arch. Let's do it. All right, take your mark, up. Mark, up. Woo! There you have it, folks. How to do a backstroke start. Here's some pro tips from Ayman. Anything else?
Yeah, actually, the most important to focus on the arch, and especially to pushing the hip really forward to have a good angle. Because if you don't have a good angle, you will be hurt.
Yeah. So you really make sure you arch your body, and it's a progression. So if you notice, we started with just the Streamline, then we added the Dolphin Kicks, then off the side, then off of the diving block, and then we added some additional drills that are a little bit more advanced. So let us know what questions you have down below in the comments. Make sure you follow Ayman on all his social media. It's all linked down below, and I'll catch you guys at the next video. Happy swimming.